Hello everyone, welcome to my next Let's Play. This is going to be Mass Effect, a game that's very near and dear to me. I'd go so far as to say that the Mass Effect trilogy is my favorite trilogy of all time. So yeah, I decided why not, let's do a playthrough of it. We'll see how far this gets. This is pretty close to the Fallout 4 release date, but that doesn't mean I won't come back and, you know, dabble in it every now and again. I do get the cravings to come back to and play this pretty often, actually, but I'd say about once every few months I'll try to come back and play it all again. Mass Effect 1 through 3, that is. So, yeah, I figured why not start doing it again and record it this time, since I'm doing the YouTube thing. No guarantees, but we'll see how far I get. I did install a couple mods for this game, nothing outrageous, just basically just texture overhauls and an ENB and SweetFX, I believe. So yeah, it's just gonna inject the game with a bunch of effects and make it look a little bit better. Now, I did notice that in the texture overhaul I installed, it said something about like female eyelashes bugging out, so if you see that, forgive me in the first episode and we'll try to get that sorted out. But yeah, without further ado, I've talked enough. Let's get started here.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
So this is basically
Classified information requested.
Just some kind of freaking tactical way of starting the game. It's really totally unnecessary. You don't actually have to log in. It just does it for you. It'll say it's corrupt.
Secure connection.
And all that.
Secure connection confirmed.
Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play as a female because I hate Mark Meer's voice. I don't know why, I just do. I just can't get behind it. So we'll probably do... I'm tempted to do a quick start just because I really don't care too much about appearance, but for the sake of just
Please
demonstrating
log in to access your profile.
The customization, I'll make a custom one, and if I decide I don't like it, then I'll just go back to a quick start. I'm not going to be too thorough with this though, because I don't want to waste too much time.
Data corruption detected.
Yeah, it's corrupted. This happens every time you make a custom one.
Please reconstruct profile.
Like, it's totally unnecessary.
Pre-service history.
Okay, this is where you kind of pick your background. This will come into play in dialogue and stuff. They'll mention like your past and your commendations and whatnot. So typically I pick colonist just because, I mean, this is like sort of like a psychological one where you're like kind of fucked up because of what happened to your parents. But if I chose that, then yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of do that anyway. So I mean, they're all kind of, these two are both kind of just like you're kind of a psycho, but well, Earthborn not so much. You just ran around with some gangs on Earth, and this one's just like you're a fucking military kid, which is kind of boring. So I guess I'll just choose this.
Psychological profile.
We could go War Hero, Soul Survivor, or Ruthless. Basically, same kind of thing, except this is like your what got you noticed. Soul Survivor is typically what I choose just to make my character just like the most scarred human being alive. But oh, I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we won't. Ruthless would kind of make sense with Colonists because our parents were killed by raiders. But I'm not really into the whole cold calculating logic thing, and I don't really play Renegade either. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I'm full Paragon every time. I choose the good guy options every single time. I can't play Renegade. I just feel like too much of a dick. But so I think what we're gonna do is we will go. I guess we'll go with my default because this will give us kind of a reason to be a good person.
Confirm military specialization.
Now here I usually kind of mix it up. I like to be engineer sometime because it helps getting into like locked doors and stuff, but infiltrator's fun too, but you can only really stick with sniper rifles. I don't want to be a Vanguard because that means you have to get up close, and that means I'm going to die a lot, so Well, not if I'm doing it right, I suppose. But see, I forget all the abilities that these people have too. It's been a while since I played this. I think, I mean, it would be nice to just go for that, but basically engineers are tech guys, like I said. These people who glow, they're basically enhanced with biotic, or I think it's biotic implants. Yeah. And basically what biotics is they use the implants to basically do kamehamehas in different ways. So, but, and I guess that does sound, that, I guess I kind of have to play one now because that probably just made it sound really cool, but they only use pistols on that one. Sentinels are a little bit of both, which might be nice. But then I start to specialize in one and start slacking on the other, so I think what we'll do, actually, what I might do, oh, okay, and they can only receive weapons training and pistols. Yeah, see, that's kind of dumb. Infiltrators can also be tech experts. Yeah, since, and man, I'm sorry, this is taking forever. This is always the hardest part, is the customization for me. I mean, I guess we'll go Sentinel. They get no advanced weapon training. So that basically that means they don't start out with any particular training in any kind of weapon, which is kind of a hindrance because we need weapons training to actually be effective. So we'll be a bit behind if we do that. I think I'm just going to go with what I usually go with, which is an infiltrator.
Confirm facial identification.
I mean, I know I said I don't really care about the appearance, but this is what happens if you change it. It sort of goes really simplistic, really quick. Like, you'll notice if I just go back,
Confirm facial identification.
yeah, it enhances, but if I try to change it in any way, it just kind of, actually, that didn't change at all. I guess I'm kind of stuck with this now.
Confirm facial identification.
Yeah, see, it wants to change, but it's, like, not doing it.
Confirm facial identification.
Oh, that's why. See, this is the default, so it looks a little better. BioWare rendered that, I guess, and I don't know. Either way, basically there's a couple of presets here. Most of them are pretty fucking ugly, if I'm to be totally honest. So that's why I typically don't like to mess with anything. The customization's not too in-depth. It's usually just a couple sliders to change things. And yeah, as far as hairstyle goes, there's really not much to look at. They're all just like military. Oh, not the eyebrows. I don't want to change the eyebrows. Yeah, they're just all pretty basic. Nothing to write home about. This is like the longest the hair can get, which is fine, I guess. But I don't know if I... Just because I just don't really care, I think I'm just going to go with the default.
Profile reconstruction complete.
And I think we're finally going to get into the game, so... yeah, we'll do that. Watch the first cutscene too, just to get some story rolling.
Identification confirmed.
Oh, I guess we're going to choose difficulty and stuff. Auto level up. See, I don't want to, I kind of want, I'm going to turn that off because I want to choose what my squad gets, because otherwise they're going to just spec in whatever the fuck they feel like, which is not good because people like Garrus will spec in sniping, and that's never a good thing. Let's see here. Target assist. We'll just leave it on normal. I mean, it doesn't really make a huge difference in this game, but it can be a real pain in the ass if you turn it completely off. Squad power usage. Oh, yeah, they can definitely use their powers. I don't care. Subtitles, I guess we'll turn on. Autosave, we definitely went on. Okay, so you might notice a little bit of a cut there. I decided to change a few things, and my game crashed when I started the cutscene here. So, we're gonna give it a try again. I did change a few things, and along the way I did realize that I just cannot get through this game without customizing my character, because if I don't feel any sort of, I don't know, I want to say attachment to the character, because it doesn't feel like something I made. It just feels something like that was thrown at me. So yeah, I changed her appearance up. I made a custom appearance, and yeah, so Hopefully the game doesn't crash this time, and I did choose veteran difficulty this time as well, by the way, because I do know how to play this game, to a certain extent. It's been a while, but I know how to play it. But yeah, without further ado, let's try to get this cutscene rolling without a crash. Got my fingers crossed.
Well, what about Shepard? She grew up in the colonies.
She knows how tough life can be out there. Her parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
She saw her whole unit die on a cruise. She could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. The board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Alright, so that was the opening cutscene. I finally got it to run without it crashing. Turns out I was enabling large address aware for the wrong application. But, yeah, so I got it working. And, you know, it's obviously when it comes to the character customization, it's a little more personal preference, but I think I did alright. Usually when you choose to not go default in this game, they can kind of come out looking like trolls, but Jane here looks fine. But yeah, so this is sort of the main sort of I don't know what to call it. The bookmark of this game is the sort of decision wheel, the role-playing decision wheel here. Mass Effect was probably one of the first games to do this really well, in that the things you say actually matter because they have an effect on which ones they have an effect on the people that you say them to. I'm not saying that other games haven't done this before, but Mass Effect does it relatively well, and that's why I love it so much. So in this particular situation, I think we're just going to... I could just choose the neutral road and tell them to shut up, but like I said, I'm not really a renegade type, So I could tell Joker that he's overreacting, or I could tell him that I agree with him. And because I played this game before, I'm going to agree with him.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I mean, it'd be kind of hard not to, but so yeah, I heard. But what are we gonna say? Yeah, we'll just say I heard.
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Alright, so now we're kind of in free mode here. We can kind of do what we want. I don't remember all of the controls, so you'll have to give me a second, but I know there's like a walk button, but I don't remember. I guess I'll go into the controls real quick. Settings, controls. I mean, typically I don't like to run around because it's pretty imprecise. I'm not exactly trying to RP walk here, but on the Normandy it's really kind of annoying to try to run around. But I guess we're not going to... Oh, toggle movement speed. Z. Okay. So yeah, if I hit Z, I'll be able to walk. It's much slower, but it's a little less clunky. Now, there's other stuff to do eventually in the ship, but for now, we're just going to talk to certain people.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't talk to these guys again.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
I don't think we'll actually get to talk to them until until something happens. Yeah, and we can't observe anything. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run. The ship's bigger than I remember, so. Yeah, we'll talk to Navigator Presley here. He's a cool dude.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
I did hear him arguing.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
Now, in typical... I don't know if it's typical role-playing fashion, but we can do this side option over here, which will...
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
As I was saying, this side option allows us to investigate things a little further before continuing. They really formatted it nice by, like, the options on the right sort of progress the dialogue to the end, and the options on the left sort of prolong getting to the end so you can find out more information. For the purposes of keeping these videos short, because this is probably going to be a fairly lengthy playthrough, I probably won't investigate all of these, just because, unless I feel that they're important, or stuff that you guys might want to know. But for now, I don't think anyone needs to worry about these, because it's just basic stuff that we can find out by talking to people, in general. So, and sometimes if I recall correctly, sometimes if you, well, I know actually, if you investigate further, you'll get bonus dialogue options too, like over here, or here and here when you investigate, but yeah, we're not going to worry about that right now. We'll just tell him we're going to look into it.
See if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Okay. We're just going to head straight back in there. Actually, we'll talk to these guys. I forget.
There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
So, if you haven't figured it out, this Spectre, who is a class of soldier, Nihilus, the guy who was the alien dude, I guess, he is... people are suspicious of him being on this ship because this is an Alliance ship, which is a human ship, and basically, fucking, he's not normally here, so something's up, and everyone kind of suspects it. But we'll get more on that once we talk to these guys.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Now, when they put them on the left, it's typically... These choices like this on the left, it's typically a Paragon or a Renegade choice. So Paragon's usually up here, Renegade's usually down here. So we're going to go with Paragon.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on Akuz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
And yeah, as you see there, the history that I chose for my characters are already coming into play there. Characters are referencing it. You would have saw them talking about every aspect of my past in the beginning of the intro. So yeah, it comes up more than just now. So even I believe if you choose a certain one, depending on what ones you choose, different quests become available to you. There's very specific quests related to each of your past choices, which I thought was kind of cool. So we're just gonna tell them to be careful.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
I don't believe there's anything here. Well, I guess we'll give a little bit of background on the Spectres.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
And at this current point in time, there aren't any human Spectres.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds. Just like you on Akuz.
And now, see, now our past is coming into play here, too. This is Paragon, this is obviously Renegade, but I'm gonna go Paragon again.
I try not to think about Akuz.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you. I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not dwell on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
Okay, so if these Spectres basically have free reign of the galaxy, then aren't they kind of dangerous?
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Okay, so that's just a basic info on the Spectres. And, I guess they were talking about Nihilus, so we'll go with that, too.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
Okay, and you heard them reference their...
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
And you see I got Paragon +2 there. That means I did Paragon things in that conversation, so it gave me points towards my Paragon. But anyway, you heard them reference the First Contact War. That you might be able to guess by the name is the war that broke out between the humans and the Turians when the humans first made contact with an alien species, which happened to be the Turians, and there was hostilities involved or something, and yeah, there was a whole war over it. I don't remember the specifics, but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. And Nihilus happens to be one of the Turians. So these people that look like Nihilus are Turians. You're going to meet several different alien races in this playthrough, assuming you haven't played this before.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Okay. Well, I'll just say I knew it because I did.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir?
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Okay, now the Protheans are also play a very, very large role in the lore here, so we'll see what that's all about.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
I'm not sure what to pick here. I forget what this this doesn't feel relevant. But I guess if it's good for humanity, then why would we? Well, that makes us sound conceited, but whatever.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Okay, so basically Nihilus is here to see if we're good enough to be in the Spectres, which is the first main plot point to this game, is to become the first human Spectre. Now, for the sake of lore, and so you guys kind of know what's going on here, I'm going to go ahead and learn more about the Protheans, because, like I said, they play a pretty important role. So, yeah.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Okay, so the Protheans established something called the Citadel, which we'll see later, and mass relays. Basically, mass relays are light speed jumps. They're stations that allow you to go to light speed and travel really fast to other locations. So that's how all these people know each other and found each other and communicate and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get things going here.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Alright.
Ship perimeter secured, Commander.
So we are finally... those ENB effects are actually pretty nice.
This place got hit hard, Commander.
But yeah, we are actually sort of just getting into the game. I know that first part's a little bit long, but this whole intro is going to be long. I think what I'm going to do is probably cut this video really, like, maybe right here even, just so you guys kind of have an intro into the game and know what I'm going to be doing. I know I didn't do much, and I'm sorry, but I got to go to bed. It's like 2 in the morning here, so this took a little while to get running. I didn't expect it to, but I've been so far behind on making a video that I just wanted to get it going.
Engaging target. Damn.
But you'll see there, the aim assist doesn't really, the aim assist is helpful because this reticle isn't super precise. You can be aiming directly at something, but it's not guaranteed to hit. So yeah, I think I'll call it an episode there. I shot some stuff for you. And yeah, episode 2 will come back tomorrow and hopefully get some action in, because we got a lot of dialogue and a lot of lore in this episode, but that's very much an integral part of this game. Without the lore, this game would pretty much be nothing. and it's some of the best lore out there in my opinion. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.